Next chapter, mathematical induction. Here one more sentence, statement. First one, statement. A sentence, statement is a sentence. A sentence which can be judged to be true or false is called a statement. So statement means it's a sentence with two answers, true or false. Okay. Then what about mathematical statement? Mathematical statement is a statement like this with mathematical words or mathematical approaches. Statement involving mathematical relations are called mathematical statements. Okay. Then next one, principle of mathematical induction. For discussing principle of mathematical induction, first let us take a question. Okay. What is the question? See, using the principle of mathematical induction, prove that 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus n into n plus 1 equal to n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 divided by 3. Okay, so this is to be proved by using principles of mathematical induction. Then firstly we are taking this left hand side or this whole term as p of n. P of what is p of n? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus n into n plus 1 just equal to what? N into n plus 1 into 2 and n plus 2 divided by 3. So this expression is taken as p of n. So what are the conditions under principles of mathematical induction? First we have to prove this statement is true for n is equal to 1. That is the condition under this principle. So taking n is equal to 1, then what happened? N equal to 1, p of 1. Okay. What do you mean by p of 1? Sum of first element, which means what? 1 into 2 only. Okay. This is first. If n is equal to 1, you select this only. If n is equal to 2, you select this and this. If n is equal to 3, this, like that. Okay. If n is equal to 1, what about the answer? 1 into 2. Okay, 1 into 2 equal to here 1 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus 2 divided by 3. Instead of n, you substitute 1. Okay, so 1 into 2 equal to 1 into 1 plus 2, 1 plus 1, 2, 1 plus 2, 3. So 3 into 2, 6 by 3. Okay, so 3 can be cancelled, so answer is what? 2. So 2 is equal to, this means what? This statement is true for n is equal to 1. Okay, p of 1 is true. So under the principle of mathematical inductions, firstly you are asked to substitute n is equal to 1. Then after doing that, you have to substitute n is equal to 2. And what is p of 2? N is equal to p of 2 means this plus this. Okay, 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3. That is equal to here 2 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 2 divided by 3. 2 into 2 plus 1 into 2 plus 2 divided by 3. Plus 1 into 2, 2. 2 into 3, 6. 6 plus 2, 8. 8 is equal to what? 8 is equal to 2 into 3 into 4 divided by 3. So 3 can be cancelled, 4 into 8. Okay, so this is true for n is equal to 2. Then what is our next term? This means p of 2 is true. Then we have to assume this statement is true for n is equal to k. Here firstly we proved it is true for n is equal to 1. Then we proved n is equal to 2. Then it is not necessary to prove whether it is true for n is equal to 3, 4, 5. These are time consuming. To avoid such attempts, we are taking an arbitrary element k, and we are assuming that this statement is true for n is equal to k. P of k. Okay, what is p of k? P of k means 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k into k plus 1. Okay, and it is assumed that this statement is true for n is equal to k, which means what? K into k plus 1 into k plus 2 divided by 3. Okay, k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 divided by 3. Right, suppose it is true for n is equal to k. By our assumption it is proved. Okay, then that is all about step 3. Step 1 is what? N is equal to 1. Step 2, n is equal to 2. Step 3, n is equal to k. Then we are going to for the next step, n is equal to k plus 1. It is very important step. Okay, p of k plus 1 is what? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k into k plus 1 plus k plus 1 into k plus 1 plus 1. Okay, k plus 2. Okay, p of k plus 1 means what? 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus up to k plus 2, because what? If p of k means what? K into k plus 1. Then what about p of k plus 1? K plus 1 into k plus 1 plus 1, which means k plus 2. K plus 1 into k plus 2. So this is here last term. What about just the previous term? That is this one, k into k plus 1. Okay, here k into k plus 1. Okay, so 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k into k plus 1 plus k plus 1 into k plus 2. Okay, then here what? K plus 1 into k plus 1 plus 1. Okay, instead of k we are substituting k plus 1. K plus 1 instead of k, here k plus 1 instead of k, k plus 1 plus 1 instead of k, k plus 1 plus 2 divided by 3. Okay, this is what? K plus 1 plus, this is k plus 2, this is k plus 3 divided by 3. So we got this is true for n is equal to k plus n is equal to k plus 1. Okay, that is, now our statement is like this: p of k plus 1 equal to, or which means 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k plus 1 into k plus 2 equal to what? K plus 1 into k plus 2 into k plus 3 divided by 3. So we are going to prove that this is true for n is equal to k plus 1. For that we are taking the left hand side, this one. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k plus 1 into k plus 2. So earlier I said what is the just previous term, that is k into k plus 1. Okay, up to k. This is for k plus 1. This is for k plus 1. Up to this k, p of k means k into k plus 1. Then p of k plus 1 means what? Beyond this there will be another term which is what? K plus 1 into k plus 2. Okay, that has happened here. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k into k plus 1 up to this p of k. Okay, by our assumption it is true. Then k plus 1 into k plus 2, that is p of k plus 1. P of k plus 1. Yes, then up to this what? Up to this k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 divided by 3. 1 into 2 plus 2 into 3 plus 3 into 4 plus etc. plus k into k plus 1 means k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 divided by 3. From where this got? From here. It is true for n is equal to k. By assumption it is true, that is p of k is equal to k into k plus 1 into k plus 2 divided by 3. That is here. Then this remaining term k plus 1 into k plus 2. Then k plus 1 into k plus 2 into k by 3 plus 1, that is by cross multiplication. You substitute here 1 by 1, then making cross multiplication. After simplification you will get k plus 1 into k plus 2 into k plus 3 divided by 3. Okay, that is RHS here. RHS here. So therefore p of k plus 1 is true. It is true for n is p of n is equal to true for n is equal to k plus 1. Similarly, this question 1 plus 3 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to n minus 1 is equal to 3 raised to n minus 1 divided by 2. So we are assuming, we are taking that p of n is equal to 1 plus 3 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to n minus 1 is equal to 3 raised to n minus 1 divided by 2. What is our first step? Put n is equal to 1, and p of 1 is equal to 1 plus p of 1 is equal to 1 only, because first term only 1. Then here 3 raised to 1 minus 1 by 2. Okay, 3 raised to 1 is what? 3 minus 1 2, 2 by 2 1. So this is true for n is equal to 1. Then substitute n is equal to 2. That is not discussed here, but we can take that. P of 2 is what? First two terms 1 plus 3 4. You will get 4. Then here 2 3 square minus 1 by 2. 3 square means 9. 9 minus 1 8. 8 by 2 4. So this will be true for n is equal to 2. Then by our assumption, it is true for n is equal to k, that is p of k is equal to 1 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to k minus 1 equal to 3 raised to k minus 1 by 2. This is proved. How this is proved by our assumption only. We are assuming that this is true for n is equal to k. Then we are taking last term, very important term, p of k plus 1. That is what? 1 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to k plus 1 minus 1 by 2. Instead of k, there will be k plus 1. Instead of k, there will be k plus 1 minus 1. That is 3 raised to k plus 1 minus 1 divided by 2. So we have to prove this, whether it is true. Okay. For that, we are taking left hand side, that is 1 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to k plus 1 minus 1. Okay. 3 raised to k plus 1 minus 1 minus 1 0, that is 3 raised to k. Right. So 1 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to k is the left hand side of p of k plus 1. So what about just previous term? Here see, suppose 1 plus 3 square. What is the previous term of 3 square? 3 raised to 1. Okay. What will be next term? 3 cube. So what will be here? Previous term of 3 raised to k. 3 raised to k minus 1. Okay. Plus last term this one. 3 raised to k. So 1 plus 3 square plus etc. plus 3 raised to k minus 1. Up to this what? That is we have already proved here. That is p of k, which is what? 3 raised to k minus 1 by 2. So up to here, this can be replaced by this answer 3 raised to k minus 1 by 2. 3 raised to k minus 1 by 2 plus last term is 3 raised to k. Then 3 raised to k minus 1 plus cross multiplication 2 into 3 raised to k divided by 2, and after simplification you will get 3 raised to k plus 1 minus 1 divided by 2, and hence this is true for k n is equal to k plus 1. Then this question, next question, 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus etc. plus 1 by 2 raised to n equal to 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to n. So as our first step, put n is equal to 1, that is p of 1. That is only first term, that is 1 by 2. Then here what? 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to 1. 2 raised to 1 means 2. So 1 minus 1 by 2, that is 1 minus half, that is half. Okay. Half equal to half. Therefore it is true for n is equal to 1. Similarly we can take for n is equal to 2, what happens? When n is equal to, that is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4. So by making cross multiplication, what happens? 2 into 4, 8. Here 1 into 4, 4. 1 into 2, 2. That is 4 plus 2, 6. 6 by 8. 6 by 8. Okay. What is 6 by 8? After simplification, 6 by 8 will become 3 by 4. 3 by 4. 6 by 8 means 3 by 4. So p of 2 is equal to 3 by 4. So here you substitute n is equal to, which means what? 1 by 2 raised to 2. And 1 is equal to 2. 1 by 2 raised to 2, that is 1 by 4. That is 1 minus 1 by 4. What is 1 minus 1 by 4 means quarter, 1 by 4. So 1 minus 1 by 4 means 3 by 4. So we have obtained both left and right sides are same. That is this is what it is true for n is equal to 2. That step is avoided here. So we can skip that step. Okay. So firstly we are taking n is equal to 1. That is enough. There is no need of taking n is equal to 2. But if you like this, you can write what happens when n is equal to 2. So in this text, proving n is equal to is skipped. There is no problem. Okay, if you want, you can add. Okay, p of 1. So similarly, we are assuming that p of k, it is true for n is equal to k. That is 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus etc. plus 1 by 2 raised to k. What is that? 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k. Okay. So it is needed to prove that it is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Then what is that? 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 plus etc. plus 1 divided by 2 raised to k plus 1 equal to what? 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k plus 1. It is to be proved. For that we are taking left hand side. All questions are same. Left hand side, that is this one. So what about just previous time? 1 by 2 raised to k. Always just the previous term will be of what? P of k. Okay. 1 by 2 raised to k. Then this one. Right. What about its answer? It is proved by our assumption. That is 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k. 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k plus this term. Okay. 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k plus 1 by 2 raised to k plus 2 raised to 1. That is 2 raised to k plus 1. Right. This is 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k. Here 1 by 2 raised to k is common, so it can be taken outside. So here 1, then this plus becomes minus because minus is taken outside. So 1 by 2. 1 minus 1 by 2 means half. Okay. So 1 minus 1 by 2 raised to k into 1 by 2, which means what? 2 means 2 raised to 1. So 2 raised to k, 2 raised to 1 means 2 raised to k plus 1. That is right hand side. And hence this problem is solved. Okay. That is all about this chapter. Thank you for watching.